Gasps echoed through the dining hall as the billionaire owner stepped forward, eyes burning with quiet fury. Every guest froze. A waitress, black, poised, humiliated, just moments before stood motionless under the weight of 1,000 stares. Then came the revelation that shattered the room. She wasn't just staff, she was his daughter. Phones were raised, reputations cracked, and behind those shocked faces was a deeper truth no one wanted to face. This is the moment that exposed silent prejudice in the loudest way possible. Welcome, story lovers. From where are you watching? Comment the name of your city. Ava had always prided herself on her work. Polished shoes, pressed uniform, and a quiet dignity that made her stand out, even when others chose not to see her. At the prestigious Ridgewood Estate restaurant, she served with grace, blending into the background of chandeliers and whispered conversations. Her mornings began early, her smile practiced, her presence invisible to most of the wealthy guests. But that day, something felt different. As she passed the grand windows and stepped into the dining hall, eyes lingered longer than usual. A new manager had joined, someone who looked at her like she didn't belong. Still, she focused on folding napkins perfectly and balancing trays without a sound. She didn't know that in a few hours, the very foundation of her quiet world would shake. What began as just another shift would end with gasps, confrontation, and a secret no one expected to hear aloud. The lunch rush was in full swing. Crystal glasses clinked, silverware chimed, and laughter echoed off the marble walls. Ava moved through it all like she always did, graceful, unnoticed. But when she approached table 7, everything shifted. A woman in a turquoise designer dress locked eyes with her. There was a pause, long, cold, and intentional. The woman's voice sliced through the noise. Is this some kind of joke? Who let her serve us? Her tone wasn't loud, but it was sharp enough to make heads turn. Ava's hands didn't tremble, but her heart did. She stood still, unsure whether to apologize for existing or walk away. The manager rushed over, his face red and sweating, whispering harshly at Ava to step back and wait in the kitchen. No explanation, no defense, just shame, dumped like a stain on her uniform. The diners whispered, pretending not to stare as Ava retreated behind the staff door. Back in the kitchen, silence was louder than the clatter of pans. Her coworkers avoided her eyes. No one asked if she was okay then. A familiar deep voice echoed from the dining hall. Calm, authoritative, unmistakable. Who just humiliated my daughter? Every fork dropped, every whisper stopped. Ava's feet wouldn't move. She hadn't seen him in years, not since the tabloids, not since the lawyers. But now, the billionaire owner had spoken. And the secret that kept her silent all these years was about to erupt in front of everyone. Gasps rippled across the room. As the billionaire owner stepped forward, eyes locked on the woman in turquoise. This is my daughter, he repeated, louder this time. The woman's face twisted from confusion to horror. Ava stood frozen, exposed in front of strangers who moments ago dismissed her as invisible. Whispers exploded like wildfire. Daughter, his daughter. The manager stuttered, trying to backpedal, but it was too late. The shame that had been heaped on Ava was now circling them all. Cameras came out, every eye watched. Ava's chest tightened, not from fear, but from decades of silence breaking all at once. In that split second, she wasn't just the help. She was undeniable, unignorable, and no one could look away anymore. Dear audience, if you're enjoying the story, don't forget to give it a like, it really helps. The fallout was immediate. The manager was dismissed within hours. The woman in turquoise disappeared, her face already circling social media with shame. But for Ava, the moment was more than public vindication. It was the end of invisibility. She no longer had to hide who she was or where she came from. Yet the sting lingered. Because if her last name hadn't carried billions, would anyone have defended her? How many others are shamed, silenced, discarded without someone powerful to speak up? Ava's story shook a room, but outside those walls, silence still reigns. Racism doesn't always scream, it whispers, hides, and humiliates until it's exposed. How many more must endure this pain before respect becomes a right, not a privilege? Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel for more powerful stories and new videos.